Hi, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today's topic is about how you can lower your cholesterol naturally for women. Now, in the old days, men usually had higher cholesterol levels than women. Heart disease was more associated with men than women. But these days, because of similar lifestyles, eating habits, and environmental toxins, both sexes have similar rates of high cholesterol and heart disease. And sadly, the rate of heart disease for women has almost doubled in the past 20 years. In fact, both my parents were diagnosed with high cholesterol about 15 years ago, so I'm very familiar with this topic. But today, I'm going to focus more on what women can do to lower their cholesterol levels and help prevent a heart attack, stroke, and heart disease altogether. So let's quickly discuss, the different causes of high cholesterol. Now, diet and exercise are always major factors to your overall health, but ultimately, genetics, aging, and the change in your hormones is a primary cause of cholesterol problems. Now, in women, as you age, the following changes happen hormonally. Your estrogen and progesterone lowers, your testosterone to estrogen ratio increases. That means you have more testosterone. Your thyroid decreases, your stress hormones increase, your growth hormone decreases, and your liver function is impaired. Now, all of these changes cause an increase in the bad LDL cholesterol and a decrease in the good HDL cholesterol levels, in addition to a host of other lipid problems and imbalances. So what you want to do is improve your hormones naturally by giving your body the specific nutrients it lacks and needs so you can decrease your cholesterol levels all naturally from within. And as an added bonus, you'll also look and feel younger. Now remember, hormones control everything. Now, this is why teenagers can eat junk and get away with it and not have high cholesterol problems. It's because their healthy hormone levels naturally fix everything within. So let's quickly discuss the healthiest, fastest, easiest, and safest ways of lowering your cholesterol naturally. Okay, so let's first start off with your diet. Of course, you know that your diet is very important. So let me give a quick overview and summary. First, we'll start off with carbohydrates. Try to eliminate or at least limit all man-made carbohydrates, such as, crackers and cakes and breads and chips and so forth. Anything that comes in a box just isn't good for you. Try to stick to natural carbohydrates, such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, sweet potatoes, and a small amount of steel-cut oatmeal. Now, too many of the wrong carbohydrates increase your insulin blood sugar levels, which increases cholesterol and can cause many of the negative health ailments. Then we go to proteins. Now, Americans, they just eat way too much animal protein. So try to reduce the proteins and limit it to vegetable sources or grass-fed bison and wild-caught fish such as salmon. Please stop eating dairy and soy because they cause negative hormonal changes by reducing your thyroid and increasing the toxic estrogens and stress hormones. And all of this leads to excessive body fat and cancer. Now, next we'll talk about fats. Now, these are very important for just proper hormonal function. And the best are raw almonds, walnuts, avocados, fish oil, and extra virgin coconut oil. Try to stay away from the man-made, the supermarket oils such as soybean and sesame or canola, corn, and safflower, and similar oils and products. Definitely no margarine either. Now, all these fats cause imbalances in hormones and lead to heart disease with long-term usage. And finally, fiber. Try to eat lots of fiber, about 10 to 25 grams daily. And the best sources would be from vegetables, legumes, fruits with the skin, and nuts. Again, walnuts being the best. Next, let's talk about exercise. All you need is about 20 to 30 minutes of something 3 or 4 times a week. Now, walking is great to start with. Lifting weights has many hormonal benefits. Swimming, playing sports, and so forth are all very helpful. Pick something fun and stick to it and be consistent. Then we go to stress management, something that most people don't talk about. And the topic of stress is big and can be complicated and requires its own space. And I'll discuss this topic in the future. But stress really does kill because of all the negative hormonal changes. Now, my only advice here is that you must manage how you react to stress. Okay? Try to spend, your time on the solutions in life rather than complain about the problems. And finally, we'll talk about natural herbs and vitamins. And this is very important. And this made the biggest difference for my own parents. Now, there are about, half a dozen really good, clinically proven herbs and natural ingredients that help lower your cholesterol levels, triglycerides, and improve your HDL LDL ratios. Now, this is important because of aging and hormonal changes. Your body needs specific nutrients to help regulate and improve your cholesterol levels and triglycerides from within naturally. Okay, diet helps, but it's usually just not enough. Okay, so there you have it. 4 proven ways, solutions for naturally improving your cholesterol levels and having a healthier heart. But there's something else I want you to consider. So I want you to pay attention to something really important in the big picture. Now, did you know that heart disease is the #1 killer, killing more people each year than all the other diseases combined? So improving your cholesterol levels is very important, but it's just one factor out of many when it comes to preventing and reversing heart disease. Now, you also need to improve your HDL, LDL ratios, your triglycerides, your homocysteine, and other lipid levels. Ultimately, your goal isn't even to lower cholesterol or to prevent heart disease, but it's to not have a heart attack or stroke. It's basically to not die prematurely. So there is a big problem, something I've noticed over the years, and it's managing your lipid profiles is probably one of the most important aspects to health, longevity, and disease prevention. Unfortunately, it can sometimes get confusing, or you might feel overwhelmed with just too much information, right? What to do or not to do. Plus, making dramatic lifestyle changes, such as eating better or eliminating lots of the different foods and exercise daily, it's all very important, but for many people, it can be difficult to start and takes just a longer time to see results. And taking statin prescription drugs is never a good solution because of all the negative side effects. Now, I'm very familiar with this topic because these are all the same challenges I ran into with both my parents all the way back in 1999. So because of this, I wanted a solution for my parents that was safe, it worked quickly, and just was easy. So I created a simple and very effective and proven all-in-one solution called Choleslo, which is a small pill that helps to naturally lower your LDL bad cholesterol, also raise your HDL good cholesterol. It also helps lower triglycerides and homocysteine levels. And finally, it cleanses your liver, and this is where most cholesterol is produced. Now, one major reason Choleslo is just better than other options is because it's doctor formulated and clinically tested to work. And the feedback has been amazing. And since the product, has been around for, almost 15 years or longer, it works and it's safe. Anyway, if you're looking for something that's natural for just total heart health, that's easy to take and works quickly, then take a look at the free video about how Choleslo works and how you'll benefit. You can also view the clinical studies, all the customer reviews, that frequently asked questions, and so forth. Now take a look and let me know what you think. Please do this now while it's fresh on your mind.
Hi, my name is Susan. I wanted to make a quick video for everyone out there who's having problems with high cholesterol like I did. I went to the doctor, he did a blood test, he was like, oh my God, we gotta put you on prescription drugs. And he was like, he prescribed statin and, I was eating it and I got all the side effects possible. And I was really freaking out. Said I cannot eat them. I'm always fatigued. I have breaking out in sweats. I'm always tired. I'm irritable, and I hate it completely. So a friend of mine said, "Go try this one here," and it's called Choleslo, and it's from HFL. And it's all natural supplement to lower your cholesterol. And I'm telling you, it's awesome. After 90 days, I went back to the doctor, did another blood test, and my cholesterol went down to 191. I mean, what else can you ask for? I was so happy. I had no side effects. I felt good. My cholesterol's down, and everything is perfect now. So if you have any issues with the cholesterol, go try this product. Really, I'm holding it in the camera again one more time. Hold on, hold on. It really is that great. I want to recommend it to everyone. I normally don't do reviews because I just don't want to, but this is important. Cholesterol is important that it's down, and it's important that you use something natural, and this really does the trick. So I recommend this to everyone. Please don't hesitate any longer. Get it and feel better. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.